And hello, everybody. As you heard there from Arnold McDonald himself, I am Tony. This is Tiger Talks Wrestling. We are here today with the Q&A special with the one and only Phoenix from the Balance of Chaos, Ustilo. Welcome to the show again, man.
Thank you for having me again, Tony.
Not a problem. All right. The link is up. If people haven't gotten in here, we'll get that link out there. Get you guys in, get involved, get fan interactive here. And we're going to start off with some questions. Person that was supposed to send some didn't really get a chance to, but I do have some questions lined up, so we're good to go. Let's start off first things first. The last time we had you on here, we were leading into Endgame last year.
Yes.
Yep,
how much I've changed since then.
Yeah. A lot has changed since then. First of all, take me through what was it? What did it feel like for you to get that 1, 2, 3 and get the win over Everett Creed to save UWE?
Honestly, keeping it was crazy actually. You know, I got to be perfectly honest with you. I'm gonna break kayfabe a little bit here. It was quite crazy because when I went into the match, I was actually under the impression that UWE was actually over, that I was going to lose the match. And so when I got the win, I was just as shocked as everyone else. So,
right.
But it was awesome. Oh, shut the hell up, Adam. I'm sorry. Just like the first thing.
I see that. First comment in there is Adam Anderson saying BSC sucks.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, of course. Had to get something from somebody in the peanut gallery, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just the brotherhood. You know, they're just a little bit salty since we just came in to DBW and just came in by storm. So, I mean.
By storm, indeed. You guys did end up losing that 6-man tag match on Thunder Punch, but...
Yes, but you also have to remember that they are the Anarchy Championship and the Tag Team Championships. It was also our first match in DBW, which was the main event. Plus, it took 3 finishers to take me out.
Indeed.
So.
Yeah, Adam has to mention that he pinned your ass, so. That he did, but...
Yeah, Adam, I remember when you pinned my ass. I also remember when Atlas came after you with a hammer, you know? Going through some therapy there.
Exactly. So as we get people here in the comment section, Gunshot says, hey, let's walk through it. Since Endgame, you've had kind of a tumultuous up and down stretch, I guess you could say, in UWE since that happened.
Definitely.
Trying to go back after the Underground Championship there a couple times. Didn't work out too well for you, though.
No, because I keep getting interrupted. So, I've never actually really lost the Underground Championship fair and square. It wasn't like a one-on-one match where I just lost. It's either low blowed by TJ or it's Everett coming in and then distracting me. There's no clean loss on there. So as far as I'm concerned, I never actually really lost the championship as I had given it up in the beginning. But I mean, you know, bygones be gone. Bygones. The relationship with Atlas is a little bit strained, at least for the disease part in UWE. But elsewhere, you know, he's still Jason. He still helps us with the balance. But you know, once that finger snaps by Angelique Stark, I mean, it's just, you know, he has no control really over the disease.
Right. That it does seem. Stuff at the end. Good to see you in here. Besides that, most recently we've seen you trying, as Revan was taken away, see you trying to get to Revan and have successfully helped him escape from Stark Labs.
Yes. Yeah, that was quite the hellish week and a half trying to find him. And then I got the directions, but of course the directions aren't exactly to the place, so it took me even longer to actually get there.
Of course.
And but I mean, that just shows that Jason is in there still, because he sent me that message. So I mean, it's almost like he's fighting his own demons, he's fighting his own battles, you know. But yeah, no, I got Revan. We got out, and yeah, I mean, Balance of Chaos. But luckily, I got out just in time because we were scheduled to go to DVW, and I didn't have Revan, and I was like, oh no.
Right?
Yeah. Well, luckily he's okay. But yeah, I guess only the future can really tell what's gonna happen next.
Yeah. So since I'll let you take that one away.
What the filth?
Of course, another member of the new Brotherhood.
Ooh, Brotherhood. Oh, he retracted the message. Oh, that okay.
All right.
All right,
When
Mister.
did that take place? But sure. Anywho, most recently we just seen a brand new concept in UWE that you were involved in. Walk us through that match, what it was like for
Wait,
Balance of Field.
which match?
The match on Stranger Tides that you
Oh,
did with the
the quest for the
quest for
chest
the
match.
chest. Yes.
Oh well, that was confusing as all hell.
It looked that way. I was just watching it earlier today.
Yeah. So I was actually around. Again, breaking kayfabe for a second. I was actually around when the match was initially developed, and when it first was developed, it was just supposed to be just a chest. It was supposed to be just people digging for the chest, and then they added another stipulation. There was a key that you had to go up and get, and I'm like, oh no. Like I'm good with ladders, but like my God, like so everyone is everywhere, bodies flying everywhere. The match was actually went very smoothly. Besides the fact that I got hit by that little death, and then Lips had his freak out, and then then the disease got the advantage and won. Which congratulations for him as far as part of the balance of chaos. I will congratulate him, even though in UWE he's part of the Stark Supremacy, but confusing stuff.
Yeah. If you gotta talk about confusing, how about the fact that on Stranger Tides we also seen you and Revan get a little assistance from Adnan before that match?
Yeah, that was really weird actually. Because the whole thing was that I was carrying Revan back. He was still kind of weak. I mean, like he had his moments. Obviously you see in DBW that he's strong, but like there's those times that he still kind of goes through those like moments. So I'm carrying him to the arena, the place where he got taken away,
Right.
and then next I know, like Insanity's behind us, and then he starts like going to a flurry. Like I don't even know what happened to him. He was just kind of acting weird. And next thing I know, I see Adnan like strangling like Insanity, and now it's just like the battle of the monsters is just coming in, and Revan is caught in there, but I have a lot of faith in him.
Yeah.
Luckily, no serious permanent damage was done to him. Maybe some mental, but we'll work through it. So
I'm sure you will.
yeah.
What has it been like for you guys as the Balance of Chaos to show up in? We've seen you guys now in NUW, in DBW, of course UWE. We've seen a little bit of you guys, but not together really. But what has it been like for you guys to travel and compete in these other two companies so far?
It's been a lot of fun. And actually, we've been in two other companies as well, Proving Ground and
Oh
LCW.
yes, yep.
Although LCW has not aired yet, so I couldn't really expect you to do that. But with the
Yeah,
upcoming show, Undeniable,
coming
based
up
on
this Friday night.
movies, yeah, I'm actually a part of that show. So the BOC actually came in there as well.
Right.
Um, but yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, it's great. Like our home is UWE, but we go out to a lot of different companies and we make them our home as well. And we kind of, we build a family there. Even though we have our enemies, like, I mean, the more companies we go out to, the more enemies we make between like the Murder Club, the Heretics, the Stark Supremacy, the New Brotherhood.
Indeed.
We make our share of enemies, but our whole point is because we were set down, we were thrusted down, we were brought down to a level that we weren't at. Like that's just how people viewed us. We
Mm-hmm.
came together and we created this force that is unlike anything before.
Right. Now, along those lines of places that you guys have traveled to, of course, we've got another one that you guys can put on that list here coming up soon, as you guys will be going to BTW together for Best in the Yard 4, of course.
That's correct. Yes, Best in the Yard 4. Not 100% sure. I hope the Heretics agree, because otherwise the tag team, the BOC, won't be having their match. But yeah, I mean, they definitely challenged them. I mean, they've had their wars in NUW, but never with like a definitive like winner. Like it's always been like one goes over, then the other one goes over, then the third, like that. It just like there's no definitive winner. So
Sure.
they're trying to step it into another notch. They're trying to prove that the balance can, make a difference. Meanwhile, I have my match with Tyler. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that. Although, again, as I keep saying, I'm not looking for Tyler Aitken. I'm looking for Tyler Storm. So hopefully I can actually either get him to come out, or I'll beat it out of him at Best in the Yard.
Right. And of course, you won't want to admit it, but there is another person who wants to be involved in that match, of course, from the New Brotherhood, Hellhound, Zach Romig, as well.
Oh, does he? Oh,
At
I
one point, it seemed that way,
I
yes.
totally didn't notice. Like, I mean, he's the one who declined me in the beginning.
True.
I mean, when I first started on Twitter, I said to him, I said, hey, anywhere, any place, we can do this NUW, UWE, PG, even Best in the Yard. And he just sung my song with the wrong lyrics and then declined me. So then I get Tyler's attention, unlike him, and so then it grabs his attention. He's like, hey, let's do a triple threat. I don't know. I declined that, but I guess we'll have to see what Tyler has to say about that.
I'm sure Hellhound will have something to say about you declining as well, so.
Oh, I'm sure. I just probably won't be paying attention.
Now, we have seen something new from you on, I believe, your own YouTube channel here recently. UWE's as well. I think they've uploaded on there. Your video logs, or vlogs, as most people call them, but also a brand new series on a new channel called The Balance of Chaos.
Yeah, the Let's Get Chaotic series.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we've actually had stuff filmed, because the Balance of Chaos was actually created long before we debuted on screen, at least 5 months ago, and we would do these small little bits, and we have like 2-3 months worth of content already filmed.
Nice.
And so I'm just releasing this stuff, weekly, and then sometimes if we do something new, like today, actually, I just released a new episode on us creating our entrance. That was just filmed more recently, and I mean, we just kind of just went with it. Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun, and it shows kind of this wacky side of us, in addition to the powerful side that we like to show.
Right. Just good to see a variety of different facets, I guess you could say.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So for the viewers that are watching, if you guys have any questions for Ustilo, make sure you put them in there. Speaking of, we got one from Gunshot here. What are you guys going to do with the Balance of Chaos Twitter?
I'm trying to understand what he means. What am I going to do with the Balance of Chaos Twitter?
I know, right?
Can you be a little more specific with that? Because, I mean, are you saying like the Balance of Chaos is not like one of those factions that's just going to fall apart? Like, whether we gain members or lose members in the future, it's always going to be a faction. It's kind of like think of it like the Murder Club. It's still around, even if it loses and has members. It always still has those initial beginning members, and it kind of just goes along with it. So as far as the Twitter, it's gonna be around, and we're just gonna keep uploading videos to it, and we're gonna actually it's kind of just like us as a group talking through it, in a sense, not just individual people, and then trying to figure out who is part of what. So that's what it really is there for. It's there also to just help promote us, and again, Let's Get Chaotix, because every week at least 1 or 2 videos will be going up, at minimum 1. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I have to really say. Again, it was not a really specific question, so I don't really know how to
respond to it.
Yeah. But yeah.
So yeah, we'll move on from that question. We got the disease of Atlas now in the chat room asking if you can buy one of those paintings.
Wait, what's that about?
Yeah, Atlas asking if you can buy one of the paintings behind you.
Oh, one of the paintings. I actually painted this one. This one, I mean, if you want, it's just a printout. But this one I actually painted, and then this one over here is just really cool. It's just a dragon. But
Very cool.
yeah. I mean, hey, if you wanna, Jason, I mean, we'll have to take some sort of saw and saw it on my wall. But I mean, hey. I also want to say thank you to the Hand of God gunshot. That means a lot to me. It really does, actually.
Free 99.
Free 99.
Sure.
No. Who do you think you are, Timey Dong? Like, no, I'm not gonna give you. Okay, you know what? You get it out with your hammer, and I'll give it to you. Okay, but you gotta patch up the wall afterwards because I need a wall.
Right.
Yeah, but no, the going back that actually means a lot to me. Sometimes I kind of doubt myself a little bit in UWE, especially now, especially because, sorry, I just started his answer, but especially now with just after beating Everett, he kind of just started twisting everything on me. He started like either interrupting my matches, putting me in matches with people. Like it suddenly has become almost like UWE is against me, and there's very few people who are actually on my side. Couple though who aren't even wrestling yet, although he just started it again recently. Antonio or Dirty to Chico,
Dirty.
Revan obviously, but Revan's not exactly the best mental state, and TJ is kind of on the verge of like what is good. That's why I kind of gave the other hat to Antonio.
Right.
To do it. But it's really tough in UWE to I guess to keep your name up there to make an impact still, especially when the entire company is trying to get you down almost. But yeah.
But on that topic, since you brought him up, I was gonna get into that anyways. What do you think of the job so far done by TJ and Dirty as co-GMs?
I think that TJ has his own agenda, which is again why I put Dirty in charge. But because the first night he's in, he kind of just allowed the Murder Club to, like, well, not even the Murder Club, but like the Stark Supremacy to come out and attack me as I was versing Yankee. And it's just like, it hasn't gotten better then. Like, you see the things that he's pulling. You see the fact that he did a low blow to me. You see the fact that he took over the referee, which was a great referee, by the way. I heard he's my cousin, Ref Ustilo, twice removed.
Okay.
But he took out the referee, took on the referee shirt, and then did a quick pin against Navon McDonald to save his own buddy.
Yeah, because Navon
And
clearly had that match won.
yeah, and
We'll get into those. Hold on.
yeah, sorry, I was just looking at the questions.
Yep.
But yeah, so TJ just didn't, like he had his own agenda, and so that's why I put Antonio in charge. And right now, Antonio's doing a fantastic job. He's keeping TJ in line, and not just that, he's doing a great job with the booking. I mean, granted, he just kind of threw me into the match, but you know what? They have their own reasons, and I trust them for that. That's why I gave my share of the power over to split between TJ and Antonio.
Right. I think they've been pretty amusing together at times that we've seen them
Oh no,
together.
most definitely, yeah. No, they're entertaining as all hell.
Of course, when it comes at the expense of Everett Creed, which we've seen a few times, that doesn't hurt anything either.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
All right, so let's get to these couple questions that were in here. First one from White Eagle. Any other companies you would wrestle for that you haven't yet?
that I haven't yet. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's actually what is it? I'm so sorry if I'm getting some of these things wrong. WBW, I believe, is a federation in Pennsylvania that I wouldn't mind wrestling for. The wrestler Stinger has his own company also,
UWF.
and I would actually wrestle for that also. Their quality with cameras are getting better, so I mean, otherwise it was kind of a hard sell because you do a lot of work and then it doesn't come out looking as nice, but
Mm-hmm.
still. Um, and I think it was brought to my attention something about the federation. I think actually either nearby you and H2.
Yep.
I think would be actually really interesting to wrestle in at one point or another.
That would be NWF.
Yes, NWF. Yeah, Adrenaline.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean those I wouldn't mind trying for, and of course I'm going to be going back to VTW for Best in the Yard in I think a month or so when it airs. So
Right.
yeah, so it'll be a lot of fun.
The diseases question was, did you plug the silly entrance in LGC?
Yeah, let's get chaotic. Yeah. No, I
Did.
plugged it before, but I'll say it again. Anyone who has not seen it, definitely watch today's episode. We not just do ride-alongs or flashbacks or special guests. We also do funny little skits. And today's episode was us trying to figure out an entrance, how to look cool, how to come out. So we came out with a whole bunch of different WWE entrances that we came out to, whether it be like Undertaker, Kane, and Paul Bearer, whether it be the New Day, whether it be the Shield, or even the Bullet Club. Like it's just like a bunch of funny videos and. Definitely, guys, check it out. It was a lot of fun and it was very very funny. From what I'm getting from people watching it, anyways. But yeah, definitely check it out, and that includes you too, Tony.
Yeah, I haven't checked that one out yet. I've been busy catching up with some other backyard stuff that I missed over the last few days, but I will definitely catch it tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's only like 20 minutes, so it's not that bad.
Right.
Yeah.
And Gunshot wants to know, when are you going to get your Underground Championship back?
When they actually give me a fair match, that's when.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, from what I'm hearing and booking, although I'm hoping it changes because nothing is written in stone, but from what I'm hearing and booking, I don't have any championship matches really planned out right now. Like, they gave me the two. It keeps getting messed up because people keep interrupting, and they're like, you're getting too many chances. They don't want to just, like, John Cena me or Roman Reigns me. They don't want to just keep giving me the championship matches. So, I mean, I understand that, but at the same time, I would like an actual fair match for my championship back. And yes, I said my championship back because again, I don't feel like it's very deserving when you retain just by doing a low blow, or you retain because someone interrupts.
Right.
Much love, Jason, but like you only retained it because Everett came out.
Sure.
Um, yeah,
Jason says his son outdid all you Fox. He played the Undertaker's Own like a boss.
he's not lying. I really wish I could. I wish I really wish, but that baby. That part with him, he played Paul Bearer in that little part of the skit,
Uh-huh.
and he came out with his baby, Jackson, as an urn, and it was just fantastic. Like that part just cracked me up. That I was so happy that I was wearing my Kane mask because I couldn't stop laughing. That was just part was just golden.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So let me jump into some questions here in just a moment. That I've got, since there's none in there for right now. Some of these might be repeats if I asked them before.
No, it's cool.
So, what
Gotta
would you say? Yep, good. you say are some of the top 3 rivalries or feuds that you've seen? Let's start in UWE, since that's your home company.
Some of the top rivalries I've had. Well,
Some of the top that you've seen, not necessarily that you've been a part of.
Oh, that I've seen. Okay.
Yeah. Top 3.
Top 3 rivalries. I'm gonna say starters. The Dirty to Chico / Templar at the time, and Evercreed.
That's very good.
Not to toot my own horn, but I think the Ustilo and Jason Atlas was actually a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I hate to say it, but I think the Lips Novin thing was actually really well done too.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that one.
And I hate to say it, but I mean that's just because it's Lips.
Right. I know. I'd honestly say over the last couple of years, I think that those two had the greatest feud, in my opinion, in UWE. So
yeah.
So Gunshot says, I'd love to see Ustilo versus Kid Christian.
I'll take on anybody who wants to who would want to take me on. I would love to. Because it's all for the fans in the end, honestly. I mean, yes, I have to enjoy my matches as well, but I'm not one of those people that if someone says, "Oh, this should happen," and it doesn't happen. No, I'll you know what? I'll take on whoever challenges me, whoever wants to.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Now that we know that we've seen Navan had beat Atlas recently to make it so that NUW is now a part of UWE.
Yes.
Who from NUW would you like to step in the ring with that you haven't, or on the trampoline with, that you haven't had the chance to work with yet?
I would like to actually a number of people. David Lowell is one of them. I would like to Shadow Grim at some point or another. And Novin. I know it sounds crazy, but I want Novin. I want to stand toe to toe. I don't even care if it's a win or a loss at that point. I just want to stand toe to toe with Novin and just be able to say that I put him through hell, kind of deal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not the name that most people would throw out of those two choices, but some people do. So, hey, there you go.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, David Lowell started some Twitter stuff recently. Also, started
Yes, I've
calling
seen
us
that.
the balance of nerds, and I don't know what he's talking about. He's the one who literally has his name called the S tier, which is being a video game. So I mean,
Gotcha says, "Oh my god, an awesome match would be Ustilo versus Yankee, the difference maker."
well, I mean, uh, I had that match. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right?
yeah. But here's the thing, though. I actually would more enjoy versing Yankee in an actual ring because of the trampoline. He has the stipulation that he has a falls count anywhere match whenever, so that way he doesn't have to actually get into the trampoline. But so I think it'd be actually a lot different of an experience in an actual ring where I can use the ropes and where I can use the momentum from the springing to actually knock down the big guy. Yeah.
So Atlas mentions Shadow Grim and he have some unfinished business.
Of course, because I mean, Shadowgram was the one who attacked him after his match with Navon.
True.
But I know, like you can go ahead, you can go ahead and you can go ahead and verse Shadowgram, but I'll take him afterwards. Oh, Biggie, no problem.
I'm gonna let him fix that because I think he means a different company than what he put there. But let's get back to one spot that happened during On Stranger Tides and that quest for the chest match. What was it like for you to do the scorch to the pizza man of all people off the ladder during that match?
What was it like? He's a nimble guy. It was great. I mean, like I tried power bombing him off the ladder, but he just held on and he did
He
not
did.
want to go anywhere. So what did I do? I just dragged him off of my entire body. So I mean, I gotta tell you though, he reminds me of somebody, somebody who I might have seen in like NUW or something, but I don't
I
know.
have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I don't know either.
Mm.
Reminds me of somebody though.
Hey, the pizza man can say he has a victory over Everett Creed, though.
Yeah, but I mean,
Sucking you, but that's.
yeah, but not even just that. Like, I mean, we can even go back to the beginning, and we can even talk about how Jason Atlas actually went over on a tag team of Everett Creed and Cameron Jackson. If you want to go back all the way, so I mean, there's always
Sure.
wins and losses and kind of funny things.
Sure. Okay, DBW has a new season coming this season summer. I did not hear that. All right. Anywho. So one of the questions I get sent for some of these shows that I'm like to mention and bring up because I think
Okay.
it's a very good question. If you could resurrect one person from pro wrestling to come back for one WrestleMania match, who would it be and why?
If I could resurrect, so
Yep.
someone who died.
Yep.
Um, I think it'd be actually. I feel like it'd be cruel, but at the same time, I think it'd be awesome. Andre the Giant.
Nice.
I say cruel because I just watched that recent video, so I know that he was in a lot of pain. But
Right.
at the same time, like the one match I would always have loved to see, but obviously could never have happened, was Big Show versus Andre. Kind of like,
Yeah.
or you can throw Braun in the middle. Why not?
Might as
But
well.
but I feel like Braun would make Hulk Hogan look like he'll probably just lift him up and just like
Yeah. Gunshot says, "Can we please have Ustilo versus Rick Rios for the UWE?"
Yes, thank you. Oh my God. Nobody knows that I've been in UW for 3 years. I have never faced Rick Rios ever.
Ever. Wow.
The first time I actually fought TJ was that match where he low blowed me. I actually never fought him before that.
That's interesting. Ustilo versus Jay Joker Designs, Biddy 5. Book it.
Oh man. Sure, why not? We'll do a designing match. Why not?
That could be interesting.
Yeah, right. We'll like have computers in the ring, and we'll just people will be like, "What's going on?" You
Right.
know?
Wow.
Oh, oh,
Wow.
oh! Shade thrown from the dog himself,
Yes, indeed.
from the bitch.
Why
How?
is Wolf Stilo better than you?
Oh, well, still listen better than me. But you know what is great though is that someone actually had to create a character based off of me because I'm actually that great, and no one has based a character off of you. Oh,
Burn, but good fight.
oh. See, when Wolf Slow first came out, I was a little like frustrated, but I was like, I can't tell if I should be, insulted or if I should be like, like feel good that somebody would have created someone.
Very
Yeah,
on
no, he's
brand.
just attacking me. My God.
Yeah, I see
No,
that.
Zach, Zach, if you wanted a match of Biddy, you should have just accepted at the beginning. Like, you can't just keep changing your mind. It's just not okay.
Good point.
I mean, Wolf Solo is so much better than Ustilo. I mean, you would know you're the bitch. So, I mean. Dogs, no dogs, right? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
You see what I'm saying, though? Like, first time I'm on the stream, get attacked by Evercreed. Second time I'm on the stream, we have Romig here attacking me. Like,
Not just roaming. I mean, the other two members of the New Brotherhood were attacking me kind of earlier, too.
nah, they just
Not
deal
as bad, but still.
and I.
Yeah, I'm not going to fully address that, but
that's my partner right there. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just Nick talking to Romig, telling him to put some pants on, and then put some words afterwards that I'm gonna be nice to your channel and not repeat because it's your channel.
that word I'd prefer not to have on here. So yes.
Yeah.
In the chat room, fine. Not gonna mention it out loud. All right. So it has finally been confirmed. We'll get to that in a minute. That there will be a King of the Yard 2 this summer.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that, first of all? And second part of that, if you could choose one person, I think I asked you this last time you were on, but it might have changed. If you could choose one person to face in the first round, who would it be if you're going to be a part of it?
Although I would like, okay, in the first round, I would like actually redemption against someone like Damon Scar. I mean, he and I have actually some back and forth of stuff that haven't aired yet, but you'll see soon enough, and it'll come. I would like to actually face him again, and then second round, I would like to get some redemption on Dustin Reagan, but I mean,
Yeah. Don't know that that'll happen, but we'll see.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
As of right now, Dustin's, I believe, retired. I didn't catch VTW Mania, so I don't know if he showed up there or not, but I'll catch that at some point soon.
He did not show up in there yet,
Okay.
unfortunately, but you know.
Let's mention to Hellhound you have to graduate junior high before you can even talk to us. What about... Go ahead.
No. I just know that like they've had some beef themselves because you know BOC and New Brotherhood has just been going back and forth kind of deal, you know.
Right. Gunshot said, "What about Ustilo versus the Dream Jimmy Dean?" You want to reply to that? Go for it. But... And let them guys go back and forth. Not gonna read all of what they're saying. All right. So I'm caught up on those. Nothing important.
They're just fighting within the chat. But I mean, you know.
Yep. You mentioned the three guys pretty much that you'd like to face from NUW. Who from NUW specifically would you like to see show up in UWE that hasn't yet? We've seen, of course, Shadow make an appearance. We've seen Navon and Novin. We've seen Johnny Reed. Who else is there that hasn't popped up yet that you hope will show up in the underground at some point? Of course, Yankee, I can't go without mentioning too. That's shown.
I would like to see the dark side of here.
That would be interesting. You could have some very interesting feuds with a lot of guys in UWE.
You know what I really like to see? Dark Side versus the Pizza Man. I feel like they're both like very nimble, and they would just have such a good match.
That would be very interesting. Yes.
And then I can face them while I'm eating pizza.
Underground pizza.
Underground pizza, man, it's the best. It's something in the water, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Purified. So I can't believe I just put TJ over in this.
Somebody's got to put TJ over, I suppose.
Yeah, Adam was in the beginning. He was the one who said BOC sucks.
I think I was aiming towards Hellhound, but yeah, still, as you said, he was in the beginning part of this, so we've heard from him. All right. Check out things here. Yeah, I'll get to that later. Hayden. Okay. Wow. So, let me go in. We've seen other guys from UWE venture out recently. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet, but I know Dirty DeChico did have a main event match at VTW Mania where he came up short against Jamal Payne for the VTW World Championship. What is your opinion of Dirty traveling to VTW and getting that world title shot?
I mean, hey, I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do, you know. Honestly, that whole match was about redemption for Chase Bridges. I mean, they brought the gunslinger. It was actually like a battle of the spears in a way because both of them have a nasty spear. It was that was an amazing match, I think. Uh, you know, all the reversals and then that wasted splash from the top of the ladder, which you'll see when you watch it. But it was great. It was a good match.
I've seen a
And
clip of it actually.
huh?
Actually, seen a clip of that part already.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then the controversy that happened after that match. Uh, I mean, do you mind if I spoil it, or do you mind if I?
Go for it.
So
I know there's a little bit.
at the end of the match, Dirty won, but Jamal's like was underneath you, held the rope, and the ref counted it. And so technically speaking, the ref made the decision, who was Aaron Jones, that Dirty the Chico won the championship. But after the fact, you know, then they said like, oh hey, you know, that's it's not happening. And so they had to restart the match, and that's when he hit him with two spears in order to take out the gunslinger. And yeah, I mean, I, I mean, yeah. Uh, it sucks, but as far as I'm concerned, Dirty Chico is the first UWE member to ever hold the championship, even if it was for a millisecond, you know.
Right.
So he'll always have that like title as the first guy to actually hold both the UWE and the BTW World Heavyweight Championship. Speaking of which, also I haven't got an actual heavyweight championship match. I mean, I've got my underground championship match. I haven't got a heavyweight championship match since Dead Man's Hand back in like 2016 when Cameron Jackson and Everett Creed and the three members now in the Balance of Chaos were a part of. So
Yep. I believe it was actually called the Dead Man's Hand match or something along those lines.
something like that. It was an elimination.
Yep, elimination fatal 5-way match.
Yeah,
It came down to Creed beating Atlas, if I remember right, in the final
that's correct. Yeah,
to win his first world title in a long time.
yeah, in a while. Yeah, I'm gonna be held on to that for a long time.
So apparently, the disease did mention the only person who puts TJ over is TJ, and also said that apparently you guys will unveil how the disease has spread through Adam Anderson at Best in the Yard. Gunshot wants to know what your opinion is of Jackson Hendricks from WTW.
My opinion on Jackson. You're gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I know of Jackson Hendricks. I know that he was supposed to be in Best in the Yard this year, and I know it completely fell through. I know he was in Best in the Yard last year. Um, I don't really have much of an opinion on him because I haven't seen enough of his actual work. I do watch a lot of backyard wrestling, but I haven't actually watched, all the different companies. There's a lot of companies to go through,
It's true.
But again, it's nothing against him. I'm sure he's a great competitor. I haven't watched every single like backyard wrestler out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Hard to do.
Yeah.
I forgot to get just into the question that was asked. Well, speaking of DBW star. So, Casey James wants to know, how does it feel to be in a phony Phoenix?
Oh, it feels great, especially since you're the one who gave up that title. And then I just happened to take it. That's all. But the difference is that your name originally was just Phoenix. Mine's Ustilo Phoenix, so it's more of a subtitle than it really is the full name. But yeah.
Interesting.
And then, of course, there goes Romeg just trying to piggyback on Casey James's remarks.
Of course.
Yeah.
They gotta stick together. They're in the same company, I guess.
I guess, but technically speaking, I'm also part of that company now, so I mean. Hey.
Okay.
Hey, my mom is a nice lady, okay? You leave her out of this, you bitch.
Well, then I'll put it this way. The Balance of Chaos does have issues with both the New Brotherhood and Casey James, of course, one half of the heretics from the Critter Club. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. No, the heretics are definitely See, he doesn't even like Hellhound either. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so it's not even sticking together. It's just a mutual hatred for me at the moment, I guess, because I took the title of Phoenix and, he wants to relive that, I guess.
Perhaps. So pretty much Ustilo is an original, so Be Quiet, Casey James, Gunshot says. All right. Anywho.
It's getting rated R in there.
Yeah, it is getting kind of up there. What are some of your other hobbies besides wrestling?
What are my other hobbies? Well, I mean, for one thing, I'm actually the one who does a lot of the editing.
Yep.
I mean, whether it be shows, whether it be logos, whether it be sorry, that response.
Aim that towards Gunshot.
Yeah, no, I know. I just thought it was funny. But yeah, I mean, actually, the DBW title sequence, the beginning, I actually edited that.
Nice.
Yeah, and same. I mean, I'm the one who also did the Proving Ground opening, and I mean, I have fun doing that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I mean, I'll be playing video games and or drawing or something like that. I mean, cool stuff. Stuff that's relaxing. Oh my god.
So I'm enjoying that they're keeping comments going in the comment section, but
yeah, but it's not something you can actually say.
It's not like I'm going to repeat them.
Yeah. Oh man.
So another good question that I've had sent in for some of these. What was one of the weirdest habits you had as a kid?
One of the weird habits I've had as a kid.
Mm-hmm. Wow. The last comment there. Well, second to last, not a couple more afterwards, but Atlas's last comment, put it out.
Yeah. No, I get that. Again, there were certain members in UWE that, without saying any names, because I don't want to throw shade, because he is the heel of the group, not me. That kind of kept us down a little longer than we should have been, and that's all that I have to say on that. But weird habits as a kid. I guess one of the weirdest ones I had was, so I have like one of those like fidgety like personalities, like I have to constantly keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a kid, I don't know what it was, but I liked the rocking motion, but to an extent where if it was like on a soft surface, like a couch or something like that, like I would like softly like almost like bang my head against it. But that was as a kid, and I don't know, like from what I hear, it even follows me into adulthood, but now as a subconscious thing, like something that I might do in my sleep that I don't have control over. So I mean, that's one of those things that I kind of have to just live with. But I mean, it's fine.
All right. Okay, so another one I'll go with. What's one of the most disgusting things you've ever seen in your life?
Wait, what's that? I'm sorry.
One of the most disgusting things that you would say you've ever seen.
One of the most disgusting things? Oh man. I would have to say that it's Casey James eating. No, I'm kidding. Eating people. No. One of the most disgusting things. That's such a like a wide variety of question. Like,
Give me.
I'm gonna say it's Hellhound's face.
Okay.
It's one of the most.
Good enough. Why not? So let me look back. Yeah. I believe I asked you about your theme song last time we had you out here. I know you played it and we talked about it some.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, there's very few theme songs in backyard wrestling that are considered like really super catchy. One of which I'll actually even say it is actually Casey James, or his original theme song. He's changed it since, I believe.
Right. Yep.
But The Man,
Yep.
then New Fire, and actually I'm gonna give another really catchy one to Devin James, with his notorious
Wow.
When am I gonna put that together? When you become Phoenix and you join us into a triple faction right there. We'll be the flaming chickens.
Flaming chickens.
The flaming chickens, yeah.
Where's your beard though? Alright. Just continuing. It doesn't exist. Yeah, well, shade thrown at Mr. Judgment now too. Okay, gotcha. Inside my house, new haircut. Let's mention in there.
Yep. Yeah, they're they're fighting amongst each other and it's actually really funny. Oh yeah, it's El Pollo Fuego. That is gonna be my no, it was a joke between me and Casey at one point or another. That'd be my lucha name, El Pollo Fuego.
Nice.
Yeah, flaming chicken.
Yep.
That'd be great though. That would be like my finisher's name and everything also. You know? Just like jump up and then do the Pollo Fuego and the Escorch.
You can't ignore me forever. Who's
Yeah.
ignoring hell?
Fun fact though, about actually that Casey James actually is that I learned actually recently, and I actually even discussed this actually in one of the future ride-alongs that I actually have, that his original finisher as Phoenix was a jumping complete shot.
That's
It
interesting.
completely did not mean to do that, but that is the same thing, and that's what I always thought was really interesting. And I was like, wow, we have a lot of similarities, and that's why sometimes he messes with me because he's like, you're just kind of a clone or something like that.
Right. So Atlas asked for it, so I'll repeat it. Sing the peanut butter song live for Evan.
No. No,
Oh, come
no.
on, you can't let him down.
Are you really asking me to play the song? Because I'm not gonna sing it.
Gotcha.
I warn you though.
Hey, we're here for entertainment, so why not?
All right.
You can tell the backstory if you don't want to sing it, he says.
I'll play it on my phone if this is it. Hold on. Actually, Jason, send me the link to it if you're paying attention. So I'll just play it because he's the one who always played it. So I don't know why there's a running joke between Jason and Revan where like Jason likes to mess with things. Like okay, so when I first created the BOC logo, I did the image. J Joker did the words. But so when I first created that, anyways, I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
It happens.
Oh, the peanut butter thing. Okay, right.
Yeah.
So I sent him the logo and he was looking at it and there's green in it, but he kept looking at it. He's like, why is it purple? And for like a half hour I went on with him, like trying to like understand what he was seeing. And so he's just messing with me because at the end he sent me a picture of like the logo and just wrote the word purple over it. And I was like, you suck. So he does the same thing to Raven, except that for some reason he was bringing up this whole thing about the inappropriate thing like putting peanut butter on your genitals and letting a dog lick it. And he messes with Revan all the time. He's like, Revan, is this why you like the dog? Like, keep him away from the dog, And there is absolutely zero like correlation. Like Revan has never done anything like that, but he won't drop it. And so he found a song where it actually like it goes like like put like peanut butter on my like let the dog lick it, and he just started playing it. But of course he's not going to link me to it unless he did right now. Oh my god, he did. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Just give me 1 second because my internet's acting up. But...
Peanut butter on my balls, let the dog lick it. Peanut butter.
Okay, so you get the idea.
Yep, get the idea.
What's funny is that when he was like he was like telling Casey James about it also, and he's like, hey, like this was like before like they were feuding and stuff like that. And so he was like, hey, like, what do you think about this for like Revan's new song? And so like he's like playing the music and like, Casey James is getting into it. He's like, oh yeah. And then it gets to that part, he's like, oh yeah, I'm digging it. And he was just like so
nice.
What?
Alice says you gotta keep it going for some odd reason.
On my balls, let the dog lick it. Peanut butter on my balls, let the dog lick it. Peanut butter on my balls, let the dog lick it. Peanut butter on my balls, let the dog lick it. Peanut butter on my balls, let the dog lick it.
All right, I'm done. Okay, because this
Yeah,
is
we're not doing it the
I
whole
don't want that saying for the entire thing. But you get the idea. So he had that story and like he was because he'll travel in the back of the car and he'll be our DJ. He'll play the music and stuff like that. Usually it's a lot of good songs, but sometimes he'll just be like, he'll just play the songs like that, and it's just funny. It's funny, but
You're missing the rap part.
I don't like. I'm not gonna keep. It's okay. You know what? It's okay. I don't need that on my video. Okay. It's enough that I had someone say that. But
I'll give this to him. If there comes a time where we have the balance of chaos on Tiger Talks Wrestling, then maybe you can play an Atlas.
oh, he will. He definitely will.
I'll give it to him.
And hopefully, Tommy Dong won't show up in that video, because it seems like wherever Atlas is, Tommy Dong seems to be like close behind, which is why Atlas just hates him.
Yeah, don't blame him. Feelings mutual.
To his house that one time. Did you remember that? Like that was just insane.
Dong showed up in his house.
Yeah, that was just weird.
Just right in the middle of having Atlas on here.
Exactly.
No. Tommy Dong's not better than any member of the BOC, let alone the entire group.
No, he's confusing. He's confusing it with himself. Like,
there you go.
Oh, I believe you, Nick.
Until you get shut down. Well, that might not take long, but we'll see.
I believe you, Jason. I believe you.
So is there anybody else besides Rick Rios, obviously, that you actually haven't fought in UWE?
In UWE?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
In a singles match, let's put it that way.
Yeah, in a singles match. I faced Dirty Chico, faced Adnan, faced Black Bullet, faced Lips. In a singles match, I never faced Anonymous, but Anonymous is dead now. I faced Revan, faced Jason Atlas multiple times.
Indeed.
Haven't faced Insanity in a singles match yet. That I have not yet. Again, TJ was also just recent, also, like literally just the first match.
Mm-hmm. It was last man standing at that.
Yeah. I appreciate it, UWF NY.
That'd be Scorpion.
Yes.
Of course. You'll see a very badass crew with top talent. Keep it up, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And that's kind of a newer thing, too, if you think about it. Seeing you guys as top talent isn't something that most people would have said a year ago compared to what they would now if you really look at it in UWE. You guys were obviously more so the lower card talent. And then you have Cameron Jackson leave UWE, and you guys, part of that was you guys getting the big push that you've gotten since then, in my opinion.
I completely agree. Like, that's honestly what it all is. It's not that we were like talentless. Like, we were, we had a lot of talent. It's just the fact that we were kind of kept down. We were not being pushed as much as we should have. Even a little bit, like, again, it was just like, you had to improve and continue on. And Cameron also helped with a lot of the writing, but I'm not going to keep bad-mouthing Cameron, because, he is a great competitor, but, he's a very athletic guy. He's a very superstar guy. It's kind of hard to keep up sometimes when you have him around all the time. That's what I mean. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm just saying that that's what it is. But I mean, after he left and everything like that, different booking happened, and we were given more of a chance. Like I said, I didn't even expect to even save the UW. I thought it was actually over when I entered that match. When the match ended and I actually won, like, just like freaking kayfabe there, that's when everything started like really skyrocketing. Like, all of a sudden, you realize that Ustilo is the one who's able to take it to the top. All of a sudden, because it's like, I put on a great match. I could have lost the match and it still would have been a great match, but because I won it, it took me to another level. Same with then you have Jason Atlas. I mean, he just won the quest for the chest. He just became the first winner, which almost guarantees him to become a future UWE World Heavyweight Champion. Like it's like we've gotten there, and then you have Revan, which I'm gonna go off of UWE, but he is the first Proving Grounds Rising Star champion.
True.
So, yeah, the first Underground champion, the first Rising Star champion, and the first one who ever won Quest with the Chest, and soon to be World Heavyweight, because I believe in him that he'll actually get that done somehow. Right. So, yeah, we definitely have raised our marks in backyard wrestling in general, and we've improved that in like other companies like DBW, where we stood toe to toe with champions on our debut match.
Mm-hmm. That you have.
Yeah, you're the only longest reigning DBW Anarchy champion because the Brotherhood keeps saving your ass. That's why. But it's fine. It's fine. I as much as like that title looks cool, I actually am looking at the tag team titles right now, which yeah, I'm actually really hoping with the newest event in DBW coming up, End of Days, I'm really hoping to get on that card, get onto that like tag team championship match, really make an impact. No guarantee right now, but it would look really nice.
Yeah, definitely would be good for you guys to get some gold in there as well.
Sure, we'll give you that reward, Atlas. That's great. I'm sure Tommy Dong has also. I mean,
why does that guy keep getting mentioned?
because he keeps following us. That's why, and I keep seeing him everywhere. Like last time I saw him, I was in LCW, and now it's just crazy. And then he just had his debut match in UWE against that newcomer Dusk.
Yep.
Who got suspended and left pretty quickly after that. But I mean, hey.
He still hasn't won a match yet.
Yeah, no. I mean, the moment Tommy Dong wins a match is the day that I'll be both the Underground champion and the World Heavyweight champion.
That's that could be interesting.
Oh, my theme song's name is, hold on, let me just make sure to, I believe it's New Fire by Sent by Ravens, but let me just, yeah, it is. New Fire by Sent by Ravens. That's the name of my theme song. It's cut down a little bit, but that's it.
So Atlas asked a good question. You kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. What else do we have set for our viewers? And let's get chaotic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? I like that. I'll plug it. So we have a lot of cool things. We had a poll earlier this week on what people wanted to see, and the flashback one. So this upcoming Wednesday, we're gonna have an episode where we go back to when we were in VTW Reunion Rumble, and actually we try to recruit Big Time Mike to the BOC,
Nice.
and that goes over swimmingly.
Sure.
And so
for some reason I don't believe that, but sure.
Like, remember, this is also back in Reunion Rumble. We actually didn't exactly establish the BOC just yet at that point. Like, right. We had it in our minds, but it was not out in the world yet. So only so many people knew about it at the time. So I mean, keep that in mind when you see it. But so we have that coming up, and we have a lot of other drive-bys. We have some stuff. We actually have our own individual guests on it. One of which is like Damon Scar and Devin James. We have another one where we have coming up Navon McDonald, who's actually one of ours.
Nice.
I mean, we even have an episode where we go to Chick-fil-A with Navon McDonald, and we just get some food with him. And of course, if you know Navon McDonald, he loves his Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
That's honestly why he, that's why he beats your ass twice on Sunday, because they're not open. So
Right.
Actually, let me just take a quick look, actually, because I actually have my folder on my computer. So let me see actually what's coming up in Let's Get Chaotic. Oh, right. We also have basically teaching Revan about Earth culture. So we have teaching them the different games, like how to do air hockey, how to do pool, like how to do the rules of it, how to play, going out, like just experiencing the world, because apparently he doesn't know enough about Earth culture. I mean, the guy has never even had a s'more.
Oh, wow.
Like, we were sitting around in like a bonfire, and he just told me he's never had a s'more. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, we had to like. And then Atlas is like, we got to do some more Earth culture stuff here. I'm like, yeah. Some other stuff we have is a therapy session, which actually came in second place in the poll, where we try to remove the disease almost. So we go through therapy, and then we even have a session where I'm actually teaching him how to talk, because he does a lot of growls and stuff like that, but he doesn't know how to speak fully. Like, as you can see, he can type very well, but when he's talking, he's always like, So I try to teach him how to like, different things like that. We have a lot of cool episodes coming up. Yeah, pool, poker, lots and lots. Actually, I think up to right now we have 6 different drive-bys, and then a 7th one on the way. Especially with we're actually gonna have one where we go to Best in the Yard with a guest that I'm not going to spoil, but is actually one of a kind. No one else has ever done it before, so it's gonna be great. Definitely check that out. That will probably be released actually a little bit earlier than the other drive-bys, because I can't wait to have that one come out. But yeah, no, it's a lot. It's a lot of fun. We get very real in the drive-bys. We don't really stick to our characters. We just kind of, like, it's no longer Ustilo, Revan, and Atlas. It's then Mike, Chris, and Nick. It's basically we just be ourselves, and we kind of talk out behind the scenes, which is why originally some of the companies didn't want us on their channels, because it gets very real. It's very CM Punk like, we're talking the real stuff behind the scenes. But that's why we created our own channel, and we just hope to get as many subscribers as we can. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, definitely look on the Let's Get Chaotic channel. And just follow us, and give us comments on what you want to see, comments on that. Also coming up, we're gonna actually have contests. Actually, we have these little those tiny little pocket knives that actually have the Let's Get Chaotic symbol on it.
Nice.
And we're actually going to have contests where we're going to ask questions throughout the video, and whoever answers them first gets a pocket knife. So that'll be definitely cool.
That'll be interesting. Something different.
Yeah, definitely.
Alice does mention, we brought this up earlier, LCW Undeniable will be released this Friday on the LCW channel.
Yes.
And you can watch a slow murder on YouTube as I kill my very own stepbrother, Damon Sky.
Yes. As you all know, it's been filmed already, and that was one of the hardest matches I had to ever watch. If you are able to look at the entire match the entire time without looking away for a second, you got balls. But like, wow. it got intense, and it's just like the different weapons that are used. I mean, hell, they even use light tubes during their match. It's intense. But definitely watch that. Actually, I personally seen like past LCW stuff. This is actually probably one of their best shows yet. First of all, because it was filmed on my camera, because that makes it better quality. And second of all, because I filmed it, so it's not so shaky. No, but the matches are great. Also, it's a really good show.
Which I expected to be.
Yeah.
Kind of echo. One second. Maybe that's better. Yep, that's better. All right. No, I just mean More echo.
Oh, I don't even hear an echo.
Yeah, I'm getting on my end. Something to do with my microphone, I think. All right. That's better. For now. Now, I just seen the match card for that show. Does look like it's a very good show. So look forward to watching it. LCW Undeniable. Formerly Damon Atlas, but changed his name out of shame. Interesting.
Wait, who said that?
Atlas said that Damon Sky was formerly Damon Atlas, but changed his last name out of shame.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they're stepbrothers. They didn't have the same mother, but I believe the same father. Something like that.
Right.
So, and then, but they grew up pretty much together or something. Like, I don't know the exact stuff, but yeah, I mean, I don't remember the exact same story, but they basically grew up. As you know, the disease came to Atlas at an early age. He had his addictions, and he dragged Damon into them. And Damon left him. And then during one of the LCW matches, Atlas comes down and he attacks him. And yeah, I mean, that's the beginning of it. And then they kind of revealed the story. And yeah, I mean, if you definitely haven't checked out, there's a on the LCW channel, there's a promo package I actually put together of their different promos, and it's actually really good. It teaches you a lot about their story and how you guys should all tune into that match.
Yeah, I think I actually seen that video package, and it was really done well, very well.
Yeah.
Gunshot mentioned I've been talking to Ace Shack, I believe is what it is. I won't swear to it though. I think you remember him, aka Suplex Network. I have been talking to him on YouTube, and he said he might return back to Backyard Wrestling to go to VTW. Interesting to know. But anyway, a dream match for everybody, me versus J Joker Designs. Yeah, not going to happen. Wouldn't happen in a ring anyway.
Yeah.
Although I might step in a ring here eventually at some point. There's an offer, so that's all I'm going to say. The next question Atlas had was for me. Who would I like to have another Tiger Talks Wrestling intro from? Anybody and everybody. I put it out there. If anybody wants to send in an intro, I'll take it. I'll use it. Plain and simple. Anybody and everybody. He says it would be cool to have tag teams or factions do an intro. I'd be fine with that. I don't care if it's solos or tag teams or factions. Whoever wants to do it.
All right. Yeah, Jason, we'll do an intro for him. All right, I got it. God, he just wants us to be like everywhere.
Well, yeah. Why not? Get you exposure.
He was the one who said that we should go to Adrenaline. Actually, he was the one who's like, we should go, and I'm like, yeah, maybe. So we'll see. I mean, it's a road trip, but we'll see if we can go to VCW. I'm sure we can go there too. So
yeah, it'd be a little closer, I think, than going to North Carolina.
Back.
That is bad, but yeah, I'm not mentioning what somebody had to pop up and say. So
I told you he follows us everywhere.
He does. I've noticed that before too. Let's go with this question. You mentioned a couple of songs that you think are really catchy in BYW. What theme song would you say besides your own is your favorite to listen to? Or theme songs?
I'm gonna have to say, I mean, there's several that I really like listening to. Dustin Reagan's his original song before he became part of Alva or however you pronounce that. Another one is again Devin James Notorious. I even have that on my phone actually. That one because it's so much fun just to listen to. And I really like The Man, but of course, he had to stop.
In case he has to change things.
He had to start playing that. I actually really like, and it hasn't been aired yet because I just created it for him. But Damon Scar's new theme song is actually really good because it's actually pure instrumental, but it's awesome. it's very it gets because the kid changes his theme song way too many times. So I'm like, here, I'm gonna make you a theme song. And we're gonna, it's gonna sound great. And then after like 2 tries of like morphing the song together, it turns out really nice. So definitely look forward to that when you hear it whenever like DPW or something. I don't know, Judgment Day or something.
Nice.
Yeah. Or maybe even UWE. Who knows? Who knows? Where anyone shows up anymore.
It's true.
Yeah.
The era of crossovers, pretty much. So. Yeah, I'm ignoring certain people and certain things. So. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Uh-oh.
So, any other questions you have or no?
Hold on. I had a couple in there still. So you mentioned you went to a Chick-fil-A. What is some of the places that you like to, since some people like to mention it, some of the restaurants or places that you like to go to and get some food at?
Some places I like to get food. I would have to say it's Five Guys. Revan loves Five Guys. Like every time we go around one of those, like he's just like, we have to go. Even if we're running late or something like that, like he's just
Yeah. As you got interrupted by Hellhound.
yeah, of course, but
yeah, I'll give you this part. If you guys have any other questions, make sure you put them in the comment section there. We will probably will wrap it up here in a few minutes, though. Either way. Anything else you want to plug before I go into some plugging myself while we wait to see if they got any decent questions worth asking?
yeah, instead of just insults, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I want to play anything? I guess I'll say DBW's End of Day. Definitely watch that. LCW's Undeniable. Let's Get Chaotic episodes. Definitely follow us on YouTube and Twitter with the Balance of Chaos. And
that'd be at Balance of Chaos 1 on Twitter.
Yes. And I know right now we need to film some more for UWE because we're actually all caught up. So which will actually be filmed in about a week or two. So that'll be around soon enough. So definitely follow on UWE HD on Twitter and on YouTube as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, Hand of God Gunshot. Backyard Wrestling. You don't know, like, the whole thing is about Best in the Yard. It's all about that big show that's happening at VTW. It has to do with the fact that Romig wants that match, and so I'm just kind of ignoring him because he declined me at first. So it's just gonna be me versus Tyler, and that's fine. I mean, Zach doesn't have to join. That's fine. I mean, I'm actually going to leave it up to Tyler. You know what? That's it. I'm going to leave it to Tyler. If he wants it, he wants it.
Yes.
If he doesn't, I'll take him on. I have no issue with this. I mean, I've defeated the Hellhound before, and the only reason why he beat me ever was because I got cocky. So, I mean, whatever.
Hello.
How?
I finally made it on your show, Tony. I told you it was going to happen.
I told you he follows me everywhere. How the hell did you get on here?
Yeah, how did he?
And now I'm on your show.
That's what I'm wondering. And are you in the bathroom?
It looks that way.
I took a big timey dong shit, and I named it Tony the Tiger.
Oh my
You
god.
can name it after a Frosted Flakes character all you want to. I don't care.
Okay. How about Tony, the guy with the ugly facial hair and the glasses?
Oh.
Hey, we got some actually decent people here in the comment section finally.
I was in there,
Wow, that took
and you was ignoring me.
Yeah, like I said, we got some decent people in here.
Tony, you've been ducking me for too long. Just wait till you see the best in the yard t-shirts. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be passionate.
And with that, I'll ask you the questions that I care to ask.
you just muted him.
I did. The dark side says, would you prefer to wrestle a mutated 5-legged elk or a striker after he just smoked 2.5 pounds of meth?
I would have to say the 5-legged elk.
TJ says, can I ask a question? Yes, he can. He says he's better than all of us. Fair enough.
Is he signing?
I see he's signing something. So yes, if you got a question, TJ, ask it other than that. But yeah, I'm the host of the show, so I can mute this dumbass, and I have. Jugger with the meth. And I could even do one of these.
You just turn him darker also?
Yep.
Oh my god. This I you know what, you do you. I don't even know how Tommy Don got into this chat, honestly.
Have an idea, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Anywho, one of the last questions I'll ask, a couple of questions. We'll get back to some wrestling questions here in a moment, though. Do you have a worst customer service experience that you've either been a part of or that you have seen?
Customer service experience?
Yeah.
Honestly, it has to do with I guess some websites that I might buy like statues off of or something like that, and they just wouldn't get back to me and take my money, like one of those kind of deal. That was probably the worst experience I've had. I don't know really customer service, but yeah. That was $70 and never got back, but you know. Got some Kingdom Hearts statues and they just took my money. It was so messed up.
Shame on them. Yeah, I kind of hit him from the broadcast, so people aren't seeing what we're seeing, unfortunately, here. But
oh no! Oh, he has a spoon.
Yeah, I see he has a spoon, and he's got some milk. He wanted to get on the show. He got his 2 seconds of fame.
Oh no! Oh, he's got Frosted Flakes or something.
Probably Frosted Flakes, because he likes to compare me to Tony the Tiger, because I go by Tony Tiger. But anyway. So who would you say, going outside of UWE, since we asked about UWE, are a couple of people that you'd like to face that you haven't gotten a chance to in other companies yet?
A couple guys I might want to face?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say it once here. Drew Hood has been ducking me for a while. I keep saying you want to wrestle. He's like, yeah, and then it just nothing ever happens. So Drew Hood, definitely want to go with the dark side one day. I want a rematch with TJ.
Of course.
Rios, because that has to happen. Who else? Actually, most of the VTW I'd like to wrestle also, because I haven't ever really got the chance to. I got Kevin Shaw and Dustin Reagan, and soon Tyler Aiken. But there's a whole bunch of other people that I would like to wrestle, like Zach Daniels, Chase Bridges if he ever comes back. I versed Jamal Payne also, actually. So I mean, that's another member of VTW. And yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of other guys also I'd like to wrestle. Like I would like to also wrestle go 1-on-1 with Judgment. I would like to go versus Singer. Like there's a whole bunch of people.
Right. All right. So I don't know what he's doing with that cucumber. I ain't sure I want to know. This might be against my better judgment, but forget it. Now he's fully gone.
Oh man.
All right. So I'm going to plug a couple things here. Again, this is you guys' last chance. If you want to ask Ustilo any wrestling questions or any other questions, make sure you put them in the comment section there. First of all, again, as mentioned earlier, Atlas asked, and I mentioned, if anybody wants to make any opening videos, intro videos for Tiger Talks Wrestling, feel free to do so. Message me on Twitter. You guys know the handle by now, I'm sure. Or you can message me on Facebook. It's just look up Tiger Talks Wrestling page on there, or look up Tony Millis. There you go. And you can find me on there. You message me, DM me, whatever works for you. I'll use them. Beyond that, I do want to mention this. I do have a little project that I'm going to be working on that you guys have heard about, or people mainly have heard about, that I want videos sent in from different companies. And I've gotten a few of them, and I got a couple more that are on their way. If you guys have any matches that are no longer than 20 minutes, bell to bell, that doesn't have commentary on them already, preferably, I will use them as I do commentary for them starting sometime later this month. That's what he thinks. But anyway, and the deadline for those matches to be sent to me, either DM on Twitter or sent to me on Facebook, is this upcoming Sunday. And I am also just have decided and will be having a guest for each one of those videos doing commentary with me. It won't be just me. So that will be 2 months worth of videos, hopefully, leading into August. Towards the end of August, I will be doing a special, might be like an all-star show, but it'll be a 1-year anniversary episode of Tiger Talks Wrestling. If you guys have any ideas for what to do on that show, or anything you want me to ask guests that I'll bring onto the show, hit me up with those as well. And beyond that, we've got some big shows coming up here soon. You guys are going to enjoy them. Don't have anything lined up, especially right now for next week, but we'll get to it. And I'm going to read what is in the comment section here. Again, make sure you guys go to Balance of Chaos YouTube page and watch their videos that are getting uploaded once a week, apparently now. So those are, I watched the first one and I was very entertained by it. Kendall was pretty entertaining as well, besides the rest of you three guys. So
yeah, no, definitely, it's a lot of fun. Definitely check it out. Like
Tommy Dong says you can't keep Dong out forever. Like I said, you'll see Dong is not better than anybody here. Darkside says, how about one-on-one with the Pizza Man? I saw you and him mix it up on Stranger Tides.
Oh yeah, no, like I said before, actually, you might have missed it because you weren't in, but I talked, I think the Pizza Man is awesome. And again, what I think would really be cool, like I was saying before, if if you face the Pizza Man, I feel like you guys could have gone at it. Like that guy's a high flyer with his like pepperoni like cutters and stuff like that. Like but yeah, no, we definitely mixed it up. Like we started out like in that ring, it was just me and Atlas in the ring. Atlas went flying out after Adnan, and the Pizza Man went in, and we just like went at it. And then next thing you know, we're like on the ladders, and I'm trying to Like, again, the scorch off the ladder, it's, did crazy stuff, man.
And it was.
Yeah.
At one point in that match, you actually seen the disease break a shovel over the back of Adnan. So.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And no, I like, what? I'll even take on the Pizza Man 1-on-1. Like, and again, I'll even take on the dark side.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll make it. Like I was saying, actually, again, you missed that earlier. I said, one of the people I would really like to take on from NUW was the dark side in UWE. I think it'd be cool, but we'll see.
Yeah, you also mentioned that you'd like to see the dark side versus the Pizza Man too, which you mentioned.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
I think it'd be
very interesting. All right. Any other, of course, Balance of Chaos 1 on Twitter besides the Balance of Chaos page on YouTube. Make sure you guys are following all that to get all their good stuff. We both fear Dong, apparently, according to that puppy.
Apparently, yeah. See, he's the puppy, yeah.
Same guy, pretty much. Yeah, I suppose. Not the dark side, it's the bright side now, but he's still the dark side too. So.
Yep.
I agree. UWE getting dark side versus Ustilo would be fun.
Who needs kayfabe, right?
Right. What's kayfabe, brother?
Exactly. All right, cool.
But yeah, so as you mentioned, UWE is going to be on a little bit of a hiatus by the sounds for now, since you guys don't have anything else recorded. But
for maybe like 2 weeks or so. But yeah, we'll definitely come back really strong. So
like that. And this past week was the first time actually I've missed a live stream of UWE since you guys started up this season. But work is work.
Definitely watch everything VTW Mania. Watch On Stranger Tides, and especially like Undeniable and End of Days whenever that comes up, because we'll make sure we're on that card somewhere. So
sound good.
Yeah.
So 6 people watching right now. I'll give them another minute or two just to make sure nobody's got last minute questions or anything in here before we sign off.
It's funny how TJ didn't even ask the question. Like
I know, he just mentions a couple things.
I thought he was gonna say something.
Right. I thought so too. But apparently not. Okay. I'll read that here in a moment. We're off there. So since you've been in DBW and NUW besides UWE, not to kind of stir the pot or anything here, but which one have you preferred more to wrestle in, the ring in DBW or the ring in NUW? Is there a difference between the two, with one being smaller than the other? I guess is.
Wait, which was the first ring that you mentioned?
NUW or DBW?
Okay, so yes, there is a difference, but I mean, you work with what you have. I mean, a smaller ring means that you can't do as many big moves, because once you do like a suplex or something like that, their body is like right next to the ropes. But I mean, you work with what you have. It's still an amazing ring, and it's a lot better than doing on a trampoline, which I can't wait till UWE gets a ring of their own.
Oh, is that happening?
It quite possibly is happening. We will see. It really depends if we get the money, but so we'll see, because that was also supposed to happen a while ago and it never happened. So we'll see. I can't promise anything. That's why I can't say anything. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. And I mean, yeah, the bigger ring is nice because doing something like the 6-man tag works a lot better in a bigger ring. But at the same time, a 1-on-1 in a smaller ring, you get your moves out a lot quicker. A lot more brutal. So, and I guess a lot less stamina you need to be running around all the time. So.
Right.
No, they both have their good and their bad.
Yeah, it says my channel crashed. What WTF? Somehow Timey Dong apparently took over your channel and was in here, and I muted him after a minute, if that. So it's all good. But he's out of here now. So there you go. That's what happened. Somehow Timey Dong got a hold of it.
I told you.
He follows you guys everywhere. So that makes me wonder, do I really want to have the BOC on here if I got to worry about that guy showing up? Oh, no, I'd still give you guys a chance. But we'll just hope that he doesn't follow you that time. Let's put it that way. He will, in my opinion, Tommy Dong, to put a period on this note, will never get a chance to get a solo chance on Tiger Talks Wrestling. So there you go. But beyond that, I think we've plugged everything. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm planning on putting out a poll to see which episode you guys like the most from May, because I did it for April. I just haven't done it for May yet since June just started 11 days ago. See who you guys enjoyed most having on the show. And then I'll also mention on there who we got on the show next week at some point. And Gunshot wants to know if you've ever thought about doing a Hangouts call with fans.
I mean, I'll be down to do a hangout call with fans.
Why not, right? That'd be interesting to do. If you got enough people to get involved in it for anything that they want to ask. Beyond that, I see a bunch of whatever those are supposed to be from the disease. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So as they're doing whatever in the chat section, you got anything last second that you want to mention?
No, I think I'm okay.
All right. Make sure, of course, you're watching the BOC and Ustilo and UWE, DBW, NUW, Proving Ground when it comes back. Who knows when that'll be exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, the disease says I'm going to just end his career on lockdown, which would be a good thing to do, and Timey Dog's career. Also, be on the lookout for the BOC showing up in VTW at Best in the Yard. Beyond that, make sure you guys are watching and paying attention to when the next episode of Tiger Talks Wrestling will be out. It should been having some good guests on here recently. Last episode, if you didn't see it last week, I had on Carry Animal Grow, which took 2 episodes to get him on here because the first one we had some interruptions because he had internet connection problems. But It was very interesting getting to know that guy. So if you guys didn't see that, make sure you go back and watch it. I know there's been a lot of views actually on that one so far. So beyond that, this is the part where we're going to end the show. So thank you again for agreeing to come on here. You were the first one to say anything. You were the only one to say that you would be more than willing to jump on a Q&A here. So
yep, and definitely look forward. We'll be definitely down to do the BOC on here once once the disease is not doing anything, and Revan is free too.
Free to speak, and don't mind. I would not have Stark supremacy in his head.
Yeah, once that's out of his head, we'll be more than happy to be all on here.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that, just be on the lookout. We might have some new shows coming out too. One last time, I'll plug this. Make sure you guys send in if you have any matches from any companies that you want featured on Tiger Talks Wrestling. Send them in by this Sunday, 20 minutes, the longest that I prefer to have for those matches. And I'll do commentary for them. You guys will see some very special guests on here with me doing those shows. So be on the lookout for those. I'm thinking, since this Sunday is when the cutoff date is for that, let me look at a calendar here real quick. Possibly next week might be one day. Next week might be the first episode or the first show, first match that I will air, depending on who I get to do the commentary with me and what day they are available and I am available. So just be on the lookout for that. I think it's going to be a fun time. So beyond that, once again, thank you for coming back on here. It's been almost 6 months, so it was good to catch up for.
Definitely, yeah.
And We will catch you guys next time. This has been Tiger Talks Wrestling Q&A with Ustilo, and we are out of here. Peace.
Peace.